Good morning.
Here is our beast. We're just old people living our lives and doing cool shit. Hi everyone. Leading up to Leesburg Bike Fest, we figured that we would show y'all around the area and give y'all some routes to ride in the Clermont, Groveland, Leesburg area. So this is going to be first in a series. And we're going to show you some of our favorite spots to stop and eat too. So in this video, we start off usually every Saturday and Sunday morning at Papa's Diner in Clermont, and it's one of our favorite greasy spoon type locations, and there's usually a little wait, so be prepared for that, but it's totally worth it. As you can see, it's kind of in a hidden spot, so mostly just locals know about it. But we're kind of willing to share our secret spots, so. Alright, now that we're full, and we've had our eggs and bacon and grits and all that other good stuff, we're gonna head out. And I've kind of laid out a route. It's in Google Maps. There will be a link below in the comments that will give you our route. I'm not promising that it's perfect because it's my first time using Google Maps to create a map, and there's a learning curve. So be patient. Just go for the ride. If you have to do a U-turn, it's part of the experience. As you can see, I've sped the video up, so it's in 2x speed. In all, the ride was about 2.5 hours, and I've reduced it down to 31. So, yeah, it's a pretty decent ride. We do backtrack down some of the same roads, but it was a good choice. We had no plans on this one. Didn't intend to make it a route that we would even share. We were just out riding, and it was very improvisational. One thing you will notice is that riding in Lake County, it lives up to its name. We are literally covered with lakes. So it does make for beautiful rides. We don't have the windiest of roads, but there's some pretty scenery. And we have a lot of tiki bars, which a lot of bikers really enjoy, and we'll be passing the Lake Mineola Tiki Bar on the left in just a few seconds. My Sporty sounds even crazier in 2x speed. But this is Lakeshore in Mineola. Beautiful tree coverage, very scenic. There's about 4 speed humps on this road, so just kind of be prepared for that. They kind of come out of nowhere. We also didn't have any comm system at this point, which is unusual for us. Usually we have a way to communicate with each other, and we just hadn't invested in it or picked the helmets out yet that we wanted to put the money into the comm system. So you'll see a lot of times where I have no idea which way Thumper is planning on going. And you'll see other times where he asks me, which way do I go? Because I grew up here and these roads are still kind of new to him. Have I mentioned how much I dislike doing voiceovers? So I will be extremely happy when I have my whole helmet set, rigged to where I can just talk while riding, and it'll make so much more sense, because I feel like this, if you could hear what was in my head while I was riding, it would make so much more sense to y'all. Or maybe not. It could make less sense. I mean, that's entirely possible, because what goes on in my brain while riding, yeah, I don't know. That's still to be determined. It's probably crazier. This stretch of 478 has some decent turns in it. It's a nice little 2-lane road. It's not really busy. This was filmed on a Sunday. You can see there's not a tremendous amount of cars. It is becoming more populated, as you can see all of the housing developments that are on the right. Those keep multiplying, much to the locals' dismay. This used to be just a place where you could go out and ride, and you would not pass a single car for probably 20 minutes. And I guess Lake County's probably not the only place that that's happening. Since I'm really new at vlogging and the whole editing of moto vlogging, I would love any constructive criticism on how to edit these videos, which are basically just riding routes. I feel like I want to show you the entire ride, but it causes me to have to speed up most of the footage. And I don't know if that's good or bad. So if you would like to leave a comment about how other people do it or how you feel like it should be done, I would love to know. and we made it to Highway 27. If you were to make a left here, you would be in Leesburg in about 15 minutes, and we're going to make a right and head back towards Groveland and Clermont. It was kind of nice to let the Sporty stretch her legs a little bit, get her up to speed. I actually enjoy highway riding because I really like to go fast, and so it was nice. I got her up to, I think, 80, which is kind of crazy because if I would have been on my Ducati Monster, I would have already been up to like 110. So this slow bike thing is new to me. That's the sign for the turnpike. If you wanted to go to Orlando or Miami, you would hop on that. But instead, Thumper decides that we're going to go through the industrial park, and right here, I scrape the pipes. So our old riding crew, Lake County riders, used to come back into this industrial park to practice wheelies and all kind of stunt stuff, which I did not participate in. I was only a spectator, I promise. This property on my right is one of my favorite farms, large pieces of property in South Lake County, and they're going away quickly. As you'll see very soon on my right, it's just new development after new development, and it's kind of sad to see. And if anyone knows about my history, I was an urban planner, actually for Lake County planning. So I have a lot of thoughts on the overdevelopment of South Lake County, but that's not what this video is for. So I'll spare you my soapbox. But if city planning is of interest to you, I do have another channel. It is Denna_urbanite on a bike, where I talk about all sorts of city planning and historic preservation. And I visit all types of different cities and little cool small towns and talk about why they work. And then I visit some that are not so great, and I talk about why they do not work. Ah, 4 times speed. This is what riding actually used to look like for me. It almost sounds like a sport bike too, so I don't know. This is the speed at which I'm used to trees going past me. And you're welcome. I'm still trying to process the going out for a nice leisurely cruise thing. Oh yeah, this is real time. This is the speed you would have had to have watched this entire video at had I not sped it up. And you would not still be listening to me, obviously, because you would have fallen asleep or just moved on to the next video. So if you are still actually here watching this, thank you. You're amazing. You're probably just my mom or my dad or my best friend, and she probably has it on silent. But I thank you. Please give me a like. Please subscribe if you haven't. And please know that hopefully my next video will sound better. I'm gonna keep trying. Like I said, I am a person that loves constructive criticism. Just don't be mean. There's no reason to be mean. And don't worry, my GoPro battery is about to die, so it's almost over. The torture of listening to me ramble and listening to my wind-blown staticky film? It's not really film anymore. Video is almost over. I'll do you a solid and speed it back up again. So after the camera dies, we still ride probably another 20 to 30 miles. But you're luckily gonna miss out on that. If you are interested in the rest of the route, the link to the Google Maps is in the comments. It is so stinking hot, and it's only March. It's only March. I wasn't sure that it was March. Time just flies by. Oh my god, it's up again. There's a lot of people riding today, and we have ridden all over Clermont and Groveland, and almost to Leesburg. Isn't she cute? I think she is. But Thumper has been kind of jealous. He said that my bike was a narcissist because it's been taking up all the camera time. Thanks for watching. It can only get better. It can't get worse.